I know you gonna dig this. Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? So here I'm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I'm on my way to New Orleans, and I'm driving through Baton Rouge, and I had a couple things planned for here, but time constraints, can't do them all. But one thing I did not want to pass up was the chance to visit Percy Sledge, Take Time to Know Her. Remember that song? It was a huge hit. Of course, his biggest hit was When a Man Loves a Woman. Huge hit. Interesting fact about that song, he co-wrote it, but he gave all the songwriting credits to his bassist and organist who co-wrote it with him. All of it. And that's his biggest hit. And of course, Michael Bolton covered it. His version hit number one 25 and a half years to the day that Percy Sledge's did. 25 and a half years to the exact day hit number one. Now, of course, when I was younger, Michael Bolton, not a big fan. As you get older, you start to appreciate different musicians. And I kind of think Michael Bolton's cool now. Really cool. And I like his music. I'm a Michael Bolton fan.
To be honest with you, I love his music. I do. I'm a Michael Bolton fan. For my money, I don't know if it gets any better than when he sings When a Man Loves a Woman.
And I've always said that. As you get older, you kind of appreciate different styles and different musicians. Some that you thought were corny. I said that about John Denver and a few other artists. And it's just the truth. And you just learn to appreciate. And Percy Sledge was always cool, though, to me. And all the old soul R&B singers, love them all. I'm a huge fan. Percy Sledge toured endlessly. The man was a machine. He was a nurse. He was a carpenter. He wrote When a Man Loves a Woman when he was laid off from a carpentry job, and his girlfriend at the time left him. She was a model. She left him on a modeling contract. She left him, and that's when he wrote the song. And like I said, gave all the songwriting credits to his bassist and organist. Now, the home where he passed away of liver cancer is right down here, and his wife, Rosa, I believe, still lives in the house. And so we're going to be, quick, take a look at the house, but this is where he passed away. I don't give addresses out for certain things, and some I wouldn't, but it's all very easily, it's not easily found. But you can find it yourself if you do a lot of research, cross-referencing. You got to double check, and you come up with same results. So, there's that sun finally today. It's been a really bad day. There it is. And yeah, so this is the house down here where Percy Sledge passed away. He had 12 children, 2 of which became singers, and then go up to Heavenly Gate Cemetery for his final resting spot. Okay. There's a lot of facts about Percy Sledge going through my head right now. I'm forgetting them, but I'm going to go through them as we get there. Okay, let's go. Something I want to say before I forget is When a Man Loves a Woman is still one of the most requested wedding songs still to this day for the first dance of the bride and groom. And it's usually the bride that chooses the song. So I thought that was kind of funny because it's, from When a Man Loves a Woman, kind of about her. But the wedding is about the bride, let's be honest. Right? Yeah. So, that's a fact. It's a fun fact. Let's go. Right there, that's the home of Percy Sledge, all decorated, all ready for Christmas. So yes, I filmed this video back before Christmas time. That's why there's decorations up. Percy Sledge had a voice that made him one of the key figures of deep Southern soul. He recorded at Muscle Shoals Studios in Alabama, where he frequently sang songs written by Spooner Oldham and Dan Penn. But not only did he sing deep soul, Percy Sledge was among the pioneers of country soul, singing songs by Charlie Rich and Chris Christopherson in his distinctive, gritty, passionate style. As I mentioned, he worked as a nurse in the early 60s, and he began his professional music career as a member of the Southern soul vocal group The Esquires Combo. On the advice of local disc jockey Quinn Ivey, he went solo in 1966. Ivey, a part-time record producer, agreed to help shape Sledge's song When a Man Loves a Woman into a full-fledged single, hiring Spooner Oldham to play a distinctive legato organ phrase. Ivy released the single independently and quickly licensed it to Atlantic Records, who quickly bought out Sledge's contract. When a Man Loves a Woman became a huge hit in the summer of 1966, topping both the pop and R&B charts. It was quickly followed that year by 2 top 10 R&B hits. Here we are driving through the neighborhood. Thought you'd like to see that. Maybe. Warm and Tender Love and It Tears Me Up, which were both in the vein of his first hit. So I thought I'd give you a little glimpse of Percy's neighborhood here as I drive through. Although few of his subsequent singles were hits, only Take Time to Know Her reached the R&B top 10 in 1968, many of his songs were acknowledged as classics among soul aficionados. And despite his strong reputation among deep soul fans, his sales had declined considerably by the early 70s, and he headed out on the club circuit in America and England. In 1974, he left Atlantic for Capricorn Records, where he returned to the R&B top 20 with I'll Be Your Everything. The single, as far as chart success was concerned, did pretty well, and over the next 2 decades he continued to tour, and in the late 80s, When a Man Loves a Woman experienced a resurgence in popularity due to its inclusion in movie soundtracks and television commercials and a very famous Levi's commercial. The single was re-released and climbed to number 2. 2 years later, he won the Rhythm and Blues Foundation's Career Achievement Award. Percy Sledge was able to turn this revived popularity into a successful career by touring constantly, playing over 100 shows a year into the 90s. In 1994, he released Blue Night, his first collection of new material in over a decade, to positive reviews. And just around the turn of the millennium, he returned with Shining Through the Rain in 2004. The following year, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now we finally made it to Heavenly Gates Cemetery in Baton Rouge. You can see the cemetery behind me. It's just a collection of buildings, of mausoleums. Across the street seems to be some other cemetery, which are in the ground, the plots. I'm not exactly sure. And then right across the street is the airport. It's like a real industrial area. But the airport's right there. Yeah. Never seen something like this before. This is the first. I don't think there's any graves in the ground here. I think they're all in separate mausoleums, outdoor mausoleums, right here. Let's go find Percy Sledge. It's going to be difficult. I do know which one he's on, I believe, but we should be able to find out. Let me show you around and tell you more about Percy Sledge. right there, that's the main gates. That's another cemetery across the street. The airport's that way. That's where I was just standing, talking by that sign. But you have to come in the side entrance, it looks like. And come right in. You see this building. Make a left. And that was pretty easy. Find a grave is usually very correct, and this time, of course, it was. But thanks to the people that find a grave, it's invaluable for me. And I've done a lot of walking around, sometimes looking for graves, and this was very spot on. There's Percy Sledge right there. And of course I always do bring a rock to leave, but I don't do that at outdoor mausoleums because there's not really a place somebody could trip on it, or like to leave it on top of the headstone as per tradition. And there's Percy and his wife, Rosa, still alive. She'd be 71 and still living in the house, I believe. I'll take you for a little walk around. We'll come back and pay our last respects to Percy. As you can see, it's quite a different little cemetery. This is it. It's tiny. Heavenly Gates here. And a lot of space left. So there's new interments going on all the time. 2021 there. From what I can tell, it's predominantly an African American cemetery, I think. From what I can tell from the pictures on each. Yes, definitely. And beautiful. I as I've said before, I don't like to show other, like, strangers headstones necessarily all the time, but I'm going to show a couple, and it's out of respect and love for the people here because the headstones are very, very beautiful. You can see some here with the etchings. They're just incredible. Pictures. Some of them are very, very sad to see because they're young. Man was only 26, and it's never an easy thing to see. I just can't. I hate that. I saw a few younger ones as I was walking out of the corner of my eye, and even 54 years old. That's young. 27. Oh man, 25. But beautiful etchings and beautiful, just incredible work. I like this one. Brandon Kyle Haynes, Forever 46. Up there is beloved mother of 6. Beatrice Sugar Washington. She completed her journey. She certainly did. She lived to almost 100 years old. Yeah. Here it is. The outdoor chapel here. That's what this is. And there's a couple of other mausoleums in the back right there. One, what do we got? 2, 3. Something that's just caught my eye over here. I don't know what that is going on in the background. Some sort of alarm, but it looks like these are children. Mommy, Daddy loves you. Mommy loves you. God. Some stillborn babies, I'm guessing 760. Wow, just recently. born and died on the same day. 1 year, so 6 months there. Oh God. Happy birthday, 2. There's room for more, and that's just it's right across from Percy, right here. That's it's just hard. When you see something like that, it says heaven's angels in the sky, all those names, and forever loved by mommy, in the arms of God, till we meet again, our brave little hero. Man, that's, I don't know, I you know, it's just, it's really, as much as I go to cemeteries on my channel, as much as I visit graves of the famous and victims and things like that, I'm never ever prepared for something like that. That just breaks my heart. I think it breaks your heart too. So we're gonna end here, and rest in peace, Percy Sledge. Rest in peace, all of little heaven's angels right there, and to everyone that's here, young and old. Sugar, almost 100 years old. Okay, peace.